in the tank. I'm like Justin Verlander.
The tank is on that where it's not quite at E yet, but it's at that last slit.
Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
It's on Max Scherzer.
It's on. It just says
Not
M.
a lot
There's a
left in
line
the
that says MS under it.
Max Scherzer.
It's that, and then it's empty.
Running on fumes.
Segment 2.
Laser show.
Laser
started
show.
in the 4th inning last
We
night.
got to go live on a laser show. I don't care what time.
Dude,
Emergency laser show episode.
It happened in the 4th
Are you
inning.
watching the laser show?
I called 6th inning the night before. He decided, well, actually, the laser show started in the first inning when he gave up a laser to Giancarlo. Then, later on, he gives up a laser to left field by Rizzo, and then LeMahieu, boom, 2-run bomby. Then he had some bad luck, but it got ugly quick.
He is becoming Charlie Brown. And someday I'm going to find a way to get that little thing to pop on the screen. You can watch that guy on a pitch when he fucking goes right. He's fucking his clothes all fly off.
See, for Met fans, what it does is it reminds us of
what? Who? Who?
God, I just lost.
Reminds me of Rob Upper Deck Back.
No, it reminds us of Tom Glavine.
Is there? But did he have a nickname though? Did you give him a name?
Tom Glavine's a Hall of Famer.
Because I know, but when he stinks, you got to give him like Rob Upper Deck Beck.
That's not what I'm talking about here. Tom Glavine was a no doubt Hall of Famer. The Mets signed him, and he was good for the Mets. They never got him run support. But then in the biggest moment, when they were, oh, look at Nimmo got picked off. My God, embarrassing. Every night somebody's making a mistake.
Every night there's a bumble. It's like watching the Celtics on baseball.
It's too good for that shit.
It's like watching the Celtics play baseball.
He dropped a fly ball last night.
It's like watching the Celtics on a baseball field.
Yeah.
Literally. Anyway, that's the redoubtable one. Tom Izzo, the highly questionable one, RJ Miliaccio. Segment 2, fucked up again. Tell you, it's God-given. You can't teach this. IDD, for those of you who know, I don't disagree. Segment 2, NBA free agency. Look, the draft is 8 days away. 7 days. 8 days away. Everybody knows where San Antonio's picking, but I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of jockeying, a lot of names. Bradley Beal, Chris Paul. There are a lot of guys.
Lillard.
Damian Lillard. Okay, Cry Me a River Irving. They're all out there. They're all in the water.
James.
LeBron James, Zion Williamson. Which leads us to, because he saw this, because he was bitching about before I got it out of my mouth. As it currently stands, the Pelicans have the 14th pick. The rumor out of New Orleans is that even though he just signed this guy to a large extension last summer, $195 million guaranteed. Okay, he was there for 2 months. That's it. So he's missed 65% of the possible games he could have played since he's been there. 65%. Okay?
How many seasons? Last year was his third?
Third. This is his fourth. Okay, so the thing is, the rumor now, and it's a pretty strong one because it got the ESPN, is saying they are willing to trade Zion Williams for a top 3 pick. So that was the question: Is he worth a top 3 pick? Given what we know about him, which makes Saquon Barkley look like Lou fucking Gehrig. Okay,
Cal Ripken.
Yeah, Cal Ripken, pick a fucking guy. Okay, but give me a break. Tom Brady, Brett Favre, guys like never missed Tom Brady missed 1 season out of 21. One. Okay, so
unless you completely devalue the top prospects in this draft.
Well, we know the big kid guys off the table, but the kid from Alabama. Player of the year. He was nasty. He was nasty. 6'9". The kid and the other kid.
That kid. You just hope he doesn't turn into the next John Morant.
Well, this is what again. This is the question: is it worth the risk? Now, because here's the thing:
if you devalue the top 3 picks,
he was number 1 when he went. Zion was number 1 pick when he went out. Yeah. But the thing is, this: when he's healthy, he's 25, 11, and 5, and he's 22 years old.
That's crazy.
Think about
him and RJ Barrett are the same age, aren't they?
Yeah, they both
weren't they on the same team?
They were on the same team. So it's
crazy that RJ Barrett looks like the best pick.
Well, Zion, you look at his stats, they ain't nowhere near Zion's in terms of per game average. No way.
But Zion never plays.
I'm saying he's played 35% of the time. He's missed every big game they've had from the play-in to the playoff. He hasn't played the big game.
R.J. Barrett, I think you
R.J.
take his
Barrett-
3 years over Zion's.
I'm just saying, but then you look at Zion's talent level.
Oh, his potential.
25, 11, and 5. And when he was
That's
playing,
crazy.
when he was playing, they were the second
So
seed.
that's 5
When he was
assists?
playing the first 2 months,
5
5 assists. When he was playing, now again, it was 2
I
months.
didn't know he was getting 5 assists a
Listen,
game.
when he was playing 2 months in, they had the second best record in the West behind Denver. They were number 2, and then he got hurt in January. And that was the end of it. But for 2 months, they were right there with Denver.
Okay, so
Think about that
This
for a
is what
minute.
I say: if you could sit down and talk with him and understand what's going on with him, what's holding him back from being that, you know?
Wow.
And if it's more than just like fluke injury,
He's not in
injuries,
shape.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Then if you can understand why he hasn't taken initiative to fix that, and you believe that he can change and now be motivated to fix that, based on the numbers you're talking about, he's definitely worth a top 3 pick.
But this is the thing.
That's a risk.
That's a huge risk. And I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's this other thing out there where he doesn't. There's, by the
You
way,
mean what, with the porn star?
we found out today.
Talking about with the porn star?
We found out today that in the current contract, the one that he signed last year for $195 million, there's a stipulation in there. He has to be below 295.
Really?
Yeah, which by the way is outrageous. It should be 265.
He should be 260.
265 max. 295.
295?
Yeah. But the
How
thing
tall is he?
He's 6'9". No, he's 6'7". He's like Gronkowski, but bigger. I mean,
Yeah, he shouldn't be bigger than Gronk.
he's bigger
There's
than
no
Gronk.
need to be.
There's no need to be. He's a fucking NFL tight end.
He could lose 40 pounds and still,
Actually, no.
and still have his way
Yeah,
with a lot
no,
of
and
guys.
Gronk's an NFL tight end. He's an NFL lineman. Is what he is.
He could lose weight and still manhandle most guys
Yes.
in
He 265.
the NBA. At the
Would
most.
you think that height that makes
Are you
sense?
sure he's only 6'7"?
He's say 6'7".
Then he doesn't need to be
can't look at
265.
But that if he can carry that, this is the thing. He's
You're
6,
right. I see what
He's
you're saying.
30 pounds heavier than that right now, minimum.
Look at that.
What happened?
Mets bullpen hold the Yankees to nothing in the top of the 10th.
Oh, here we go. We might have
With the
some
free runner on second.
Wait, it's the 9, 1 and 2 up.
Vientos is leading off.
Starling Marte. How's he doing tonight? He was awful the other night. Starling Marte, he was fucking ass. He was ass the other night.
Dude, he struck out in a big spot, but that...
Dude, he was 1 for 5.
Yeah, he's had a
And he was
terrible year.
He's been awful. I thought he was really good last year.
He was great.
What the fuck happened to him?
He
What the
got
fuck-
hurt in September. That's when their nosedive started.
He was never right?
He got hurt in September.
I know, but he had the whole offseason. What, is he hurt now?
In the offseason, he had double groin surgery.
So you're telling me he's not fully...
Double hernia. Something's wrong with the guy.
Well, yeah, last year he was an all-star.
The problem is, it doesn't seem like it's speed. Like, he's making bad plays in the outfield. He looks uncomfortable at the plate. Looks like his bat is a lot slower. I don't know. Something's weird.
It's weird. Anyway, bottom line is the Knicks were, I don't know who these fans in New York were, but I saw some of this. He's the answer for...
Well, I saw some tweets and people are saying, get Zion Williamson now. And my first thought was like, God, hell no. Because I like the nucleus that the Knicks have been building.
They should be adding to it.
Right.
Not taking away to get something
And
that's not.
if you have to trade a big piece of your nucleus,
Which you would.
even though really on the Knicks... your
Actually,
nucleus-
no, it's the third. Well, again, the Knicks.
Well, really, the nucleus on the Knicks is Brunson,
Randall,
Barrett, and Randall.
Yeah.
So
And they're all young.
I guess if you had to trade Randall for Zion,
Well, he's younger.
potentially that could be worth the risk.
I would say this: straight up talent, Zion's better than Randall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's younger. Right.
Right.
So,
But can you count on him to apply himself?
I think in New York, he'd have no choice because down there in New Orleans, it's not the same media.
You think so?
I know so. New Orleans is nowhere near New York or Boston when it comes to...
Well, no doubt.
Not even close. Not even fucking close. Not Detroit, not Chicago. They're nowhere
But
like
you
this.
think just the media crushing him is
In New
enough
York?
to motivate him?
Yeah. Because you know what New York will put on the back post? Pussy.
He's playing
They'll
Vientos
say
that close. He's not
Zion
bunting.
is a pussy. And they'd say it with that accent too. Zion is a pussy. That's how the New York Post would put it. And then underneath it would say, yeah, that's what I said, pussy.
They wouldn't say that.
Yes, they would.
They're not allowed to say shit. Like
Zion, take off the dress. I can see it now. Oh my God, the New York media will have a field day with him. Can you imagine Mad Dog? He will be losing his mind. Mad Dog Russo would lose. He would blow a gasket with this game. Fucking blow. He'd probably have a heart attack on the fucking set while recording. Motherfucker.
I think he did when Zion said, like when they said when he come back, and Zion said, when I feel like Zion again or something like that.
Yes, he lit him up for that, and he should have
off on that.
And he should have.
That was very interesting.
He should have lit him up for that because I tell you what, Mad Dog said what most of America was thinking. Going, are you fucking kidding me, man? Really? Your team's in the playoff race and this is what you do? And they just paid you $195 million guaranteed? $195 million. 195 for a man who's played 35% of the time, hasn't won a single playoff game.
He's never won a playoff game? Has he been in the playoffs?
He hasn't played. They've been in the playoffs twice. He has not played a single playoff minute.
That's too bad.
That's ridiculous. You're paying him what amount of? This is the guy you need in those moments. He's never there. So the weight class, $295. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's the 9-hitter. Anyway, this baseball moment brought to you by.
See, that's my guy Vientos, but he's not getting enough at bats to.
This is the newer kid, the young kid, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is experience.
I know. I'm glad he's getting it. But I just hope they don't go, oh, you struck out in a big spot last night. Now, you're not. He needs to.
Why is it that
keep failing in order to do
people
better.
that are supposed to know baseball don't understand how hard it is to go 3 for 10?
I don't know.
Because you know how fucking hard it is to go 3 for 10? And bat 300 for the year in baseball. You know how hard that is to fucking do? It's like being a 90% foul shooter. There's about 3 guys in the league that are 90% foul, or 4 guys in the whole NBA that are 90% foul shooters. 4.
I think it's harder than that.
I guess, but they're not. There's only 4 of them. So it seems more people can hit 300. But again, it's still a very small number. What, 2 a team at the most? Maybe 2 guys in the actual.
I don't think it's 2 a team.
I'm saying that's at the most. There's 2 guys on a team doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have.
And then there's a couple guys that are off the charts.
Yeah,
like This guy Arias. He's batting 400.
Yeah, he's flirting with Ted Williams. That motherfucker. There's a guy like that out there somewhere every year too. But for the most part.
And then you got like Ronald Acuna, who I think is also over 300.
Yeah, but then you look at the other 7 guys in the lineup, the 260 or below. A lot of them are below 260.
260 is good.
It's good.
And you don't even have to be like a monster power hitter.
No. But 260 is actually a good average right now.
Yeah.
If you're bad, shit, because everybody else is 250 below. It's fucking 230, 240. It's like, what the fuck? How are you even in the league? But it's all across the league. You get 1 or 2 lineups that are loaded, but that's, most part, no.
I wonder what it is.
I think this speeding up the game has hurt both offense and defense. Because batters are used to going at a slow pace, and now they have to speed up and get in the box, and they can't get 100% ready, too.
Same with pitchers.
I think it's affecting both of them. I don't know if it's a good or it's a bad thing. The games are faster, so from that respect, it's better. But is it hurting performance?
It does feel rushed.
Is it hurting performance is the question.
It does feel rushed.
Because it seems to be across the league.
It feels rushed.
So, I don't know.
Look, this is the ball Nimmo dropped last night.
Oh, God. That is such
and then tonight he got picked off second. That's 2 nights in a row. Big mistake. Here it is.
Oh, right here. We went over in the bag. Oh, yeah, it's caught right there.
How do you do that? Where are you going?
Man. What happened? Is it 2 outs? What?
That ended the inning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was in the bottom of the ninth. They could have
won. He's got a chance to make up for it right now.
Does.
Let's see what he does here.
Fucking walk it off, Brandon.
Who's this motherfucker?
I didn't see the name. Nick something.
His numbers look frightening.
Come on, Nimmo.
Okay. Right down the pipe.
Down the pipe. Took a strike. Tough curveball coming, from a lefty to a lefty.
Tough crowd. Tough curveball, tough crowd. It's a cool looking stadium, I gotta admit.
Citi Field is nice.
Wait.
Is it over his head?
Wait.
No.
Wade?
Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go, Nimmo!
Run, you little fucker, run! Oh, there you go. And Nimmo should take. Is that it? It's over.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That was the Spankies, boys and
needed
girls.
that.
For those of you going, why are you rooting for the Mets? They just beat the fucking Spankies. You're from Boston. You know what I'm talking about.
They needed that shit.
That was they finally got a break. They needed something to go right.
Yeah.
Let's hope that kickstarts because those fucking team meetings ain't doing jack shit. Team.
He needed that.
He of all
He
people
fucking needed that shit.
He needed that. Yeah, that
He's,
can.
you know, this guy Nimmo is one of those guys that seems to like spread positivity on a team, and
They're better when he's better.
yeah, and this year it doesn't feel like he's been able to do that because everybody's frustrated, including him.
Including him.
You know, and it's like, man, if he
Did he lose it in the lights?
No, I mean that ball's deep.
It's deep.
It
Yeah.
hit the wall.
Hit the wall. Yeah.
But he shouldn't have been looking the whole time. He should have sprinted toward
First.
the wall.
Yeah.
And then tried to look back.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna wait. He's at second base. Go back. He's gonna bolt. There you go.
See, that was bad base running.
It was. You should just stay in the fucking bag.
No.
Why are you bouncing back
it
and
was
forth?
bad base running because he should have been halfway to third.
He came back when the ball was in the air.
He shouldn't have. He should have been halfway to third so that if it drops in, he scores no matter what.
But he can still get back if he catches it.
Exactly.
So halfway to third, he still does that?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Because if he catches that,
If
he
he's
runs into
fast,
the
what are they
ball.
throwing? Donuts?
No,
What
it's
is that?
gum. It's like bubble
Bubble
gum.
gum. Hey, free bubble gum!
You know what I'm saying, though? Because if you're on second base and there's one out,
They act like he won the World Series. What the fuck is going on
do
here?
you hear what I'm saying here? Because, well, it is like they won the World Series. They won for their last 9 going into this game.
And think about these losses. They blew leads in virtually every game.
Just
They
excruciating.
either blew big leads or they were getting blown out.
Excruciating losses.
Oh, God.
Two 4-1 leads blown. A 5,
Back to back.
a 10-6 lead blown.
Yeah, 10 to
losing
6.
13-10.
That's awful. When you have 10 runs, you should never lose.
Giving up 14 to the Pirates.
But they're in
know.
first place.
I know, but still, come on. The fuck.
It's the Pirates. Even when they're good, they suck.
No, man, they needed this, and they actually need to they need to start feeling more positive.
All
It's,
right, they're changing. Get out of
Curtis
here.
Granderson was talking about how the pressure's different in Citi Field than anywhere else.
Really?
Yep.
You're supposed to have an advantage at home, not feel pressure.
Yeah, he said it's a different thing. He's like, man, I swear that organization has struggled with hitting with runners in scoring position for such a long time.
Red Sox 4-2, bottom of the 7th. Rain delay, so in the 7th inning. What that's worth. Tampa Bay beating Oakland. Didn't Oakland win 7 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tampa 4-3 in the 5th. That's a Donnie. San Diego up on Cleveland 2-0. Miami up over Seattle 2-0. Philly beating Arizona 3-0. That's your. Atlanta won again, beat Detroit. Minnesota tipped Milwaukee.
Atlanta swept a doubleheader today.
Yeah. San Fran's Bats woke up 8-5. Man, St. Louis.
I mean, San Fran's Bats woke up. They just swept the Cardinals.
No, I know, but I'm saying I was going to say over the weekend. All weekend they were good. I'm saying, or all week, whatever this series
Cardinals
was.
are in shambles.
I have never seen them this bad.
God.
I have never seen the Cardinals this bad.
That
I'm
is
shocked.
without a doubt the biggest surprise.
Yeah, I am shocked. They're always, even when they're bad, they're good.
That's
even when
the
they're
biggest
bad, they're 10
surprise.
games over 500. Like when they're bad. And so this is weird.
I mean,
so,
how many wins do they have? Click on them.
If I go to the standings,
Do they have 18 wins?
they are bad. Hold on. They're in the bottom, I think. Hold on. So
The worst team in the league. The only team worse is the Royals.
they're 27-42. Oakland 19 is worse.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
And then Kansas City 18. Oh my, Kansas City.
Hold on. The Cardinals. The Cardinals have how
City.
many?
The
27. Okay.
the
The Cardinals
40.
are actually a little better than I thought they
Yeah,
were.
well, they're not the worst team in the league, but that's not saying a whole lot. They're not as bad as the Rockies. Actually, they're worse than the Rockies.
They're worse than the Rockies.
They're worse than the Rockies, and the Rockies suck.
Yeah, I thought only Kansas City was worse than them.
No.
Oh, but Oakland.
Oakland.
Okay, so they're the worst team in the National League.
They are.
That's surprising.
That's weird.
And
That's
the Pirates
weird.
are good, and the Reds have gotten good.
I'm saying
the Reds have this infusion
is
of talent.
Fucking weird. It's a weird year.
Yeah.
Some weird shit going on. Arizona 41 and 26.
That's
The
interesting.
fuck was the last time they were 41 when Randy Johnson was there 20 years ago? Christ's sake. I mean, the Dodgers are only 38 and 29 with that payroll. Fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. Weird shit.
The Dodgers are like the Mets, except they're not in shambles.
No, but they're underachieving like motherfuckers too. And I mean, San Diego, who was in the World Series,
No.
they lost in the LC.
They were in the
the NL, they have the championship. Yeah, but they're 32 and 34 with all that fucking talent. What the fuck's going on with that? Like
Yeah,
a lot of
weak.
weird shit going on. So anyway, that's our baseball update. But yeah, Zion.
A lot of
Williams-
weird shit.
A lot of weird shit. Zion Williamson, maybe on the go. Damian Lillard. Now, here's the thing. Portland changed their story again. Now we're no longer interested in trading him.
I'm so sick.
You never said you were interested. When did an official in the Portland front, yeah, we're shopping this guy? When did anyone say that? That wears a tie.
But Lillard started talking about it openly.
They asked a question: if you were to get traded, where would you want to go? He didn't
And
say.
he answered it.
He said, "Well, I would play if I was going to have. I mean, I don't want. He said I don't want to leave, but if I was going to leave, this is where I'd want to go."
I feel like you're causing yourself a lot of grief by answering questions like that.
I'd be like, I don't want to leave. So why are we talking about hypotheticals?
Yeah, I mean, I respect the fact that he was honest.
Yeah.
But it seems like when you do that, it's going to stir up shit.
Well, it did. And then
Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
But again, somebody in that order, they said no longer interested. So that means they were interested.
Right.
I didn't know they were actively shopping him. I didn't know that for a second. You have the third pick in the draft. I mean, what do you actually, then they came up with the thing they wanted to trade.
Who's the third pick in the draft?
Portland owns the third pick in the draft currently.
And who are the studs? Wemby?
Wemby, the kid from Alabama, the kid from Duke's coming back. The tall white
Tall
kid.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
coming
yeah, he
back,
needs at least another year.
I know that's good that he's coming back.
Yeah.
And then who was the other kid that was really nasty? I can't remember his fucking name. But
What school?
yeah, I want to say Kansas. And Kentucky had a kid that was supposed to be good too. I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm still fucking in football mode here because of the whole DeAndre Hopkins thing. But the thing is, then they say we don't want to trade him anymore. So the package I heard, they were going to give up their second leading scorer. They have a kid that's dropping 22 a game. No one knows who the fuck he is. And he's like 20.
Portland knows?
Yeah, and he's like 20 years old or 21.
Who is he?
I forget his fucking name. I don't remember him either.
So they would elevate him?
They would trade him.
Oh, they'd trade him.
And the third pick for an all-star or something like that. They were, but they were talking.
So Portland's saying they might go all in now?
Well, if they trade the third pick and that dude, they were looking. They brought up Zion Williamson. They brought up Jaylen Brown. They brought up a few people because if you're the Celtics, and if you don't think you can sign Brown to the max contract, you get a 22-point score in return, and the third pick in this year's draft. So you replace.
The Celtics would probably do that.
You
wouldn't
replace his offense. He's younger. Okay, and you get the third pick in the draft. Now, look, I want Jaylen Brown
talk to Tatum
as
about
mad. As mad as I am at Jaylen Brown, I don't want to see him go because I think he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. But that's an enticing offer.
But you would consider that offer.
I would consider that offer strongly because if you see, I don't know. Here's the one thing I don't know. I'm not in the front office of the Celtics, so I don't know where do they think. Because here's the thing: you only make that deal if you think he's peaked. Mm-hmm. This is as good as he's ever going to get. If
right,
you
because
think
the young kid is not as good as this Jaylen Brown.
This kid's 22. He's 4 years younger than him.
Right, but he's not as good as the current Jaylen
No, but
Brown.
he's averaging 22 a game, and he's going to get better.
You
he's
hope.
going to ascend. Well, if he's at 22 points a game now, I think he's not done. I don't think he's done ascending. Let's put it that way.
But you could use the same logic to talk about
I'm saying
Jaylen Brown.
if you don't, I'm saying if you think he's topped out, then you make this deal. If you don't, then you keep him.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. I don't know what they know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you can watch a kid play and know how he plays, but you don't know what the front office is thinking. They keep saying they want to keep him. They're not even entertaining a trade offer, so they're laughing him off. They sound like they want to keep him, which is fine. Which tells me they don't think he's hit his potential yet.
Yeah.
They think he's still ascending. If that's the case, fine.
Well, you always say guys are in their prime from what,
28 to
27,
20
28?
to 33 are their prime years. Yeah.
So he's still got some growing to do.
Of course he does. So does Tatum. Tatum's 25. So
Dude, Tatum's already so good.
I know, but he's only 25. He can get better. He can get, and by with him, it's not physical; it's mental. It's all between the ears. He has to get that killer instinct. He doesn't have it.
Yeah,
that's his problem.
He can build that up.
You can. You keep losing like this, and eventually one of two things happen. You either quit, or you get so fucking pissed off, you become obsessed with never letting it happen again. Which is what happened to Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
he got tired of fucking losing, finally fucking snapped. He was like, then he listened. They brought the Zen master in. They start smoking peyote, and all fucking hell broke loose. Next thing you know is a fucking Bulls dynasty, and he's now considered the GOAT. So,
do they call it the peyote dynasty?
They always talk about how, because again, Phil Jackson is half Indian, so they have all these meditation and they smoke marijuana.
You mean Native American?
He is. He's Native American.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's true.
Let me look this up.
Look it up. I'm not making it up. You didn't know this?
50%.
He's like half Indian.
Let's see this.
He's like half Indian. He's got like feathers and all kinds of. He's got a whole shrine. He does. He does.
No way.
Yeah. That's why they call him the Zen master.
No way.
Yeah. Smoke a little Betty.
Let me see.
Peace pipe.
There's no way he's Native American.
He's not all Native American. He's part Native American.
You said he's half.
That's part Native American. That's not all Native American. That means he's half something else.
Okay, hang on a second.
What the fuck you doing? Like, half is not all.
That's a lot. What do you mean it's not even close?
Half is half. Half of anything is
When
half.
you're half of something, like I'm half Italian. I'm Italian as fuck.
I think you're more than half. I think you're right.
I mean, my mom's Irish, my dad's Italian.
But what about your grandparents? Where do they fall?
The same.
No, but do you have 2 Italian grandparents and 2 Irish grandparents?
Yeah.
So they're all half 50-50?
It's Italian and Irish.
On both sides?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, like my parents, no, my dad's family's from Italy. My mom's family's from Ireland.
Yeah, and then on her side, your mother's parents are the same?
What?
Your other grandparents, your mother's family.
Yeah.
They're both half and half. That's what I'm asking you.
No, they're not half and half.
What are they?
My mom's family's all Irish.
So you're more Irish than Italian?
No.
Well, what?
My mom's family, they're all from Ireland.
Okay.
My dad's family, they're all from Italy. So it doesn't matter how far back you go. On my mom's side, it's Irish. On my dad's side, it's Italian.
Your mom's not half and half. She's 100% Irish?
Yeah.
Okay, because my dad's 100% Italian.
Right.
My mother is 50-50.
Right.
But then you look at my grandparents, it's like 3 out of the 4 are 2 are full Italian. That's both my granddads. And then my grandmother's one is
that
one
means
is
you're
Italian,
more than half
one is
Italian.
Italian and Irish, one is Italian and French. So there's an itty bit of French in there.
That's not my family.
There's an itty bitty somewhere French.
My family's all up in that.
I don't know where the little French part is, but I know where the Irish part is. It's March 17th. But anyway, for those of you scoring at home. Anyway, so the thing is,
you're wrong.
What is he? He's Indian.
No, he's not.
There's 0 Indian in him.
0.
No, what is it?
Both of his parents, Charles and Elizabeth Funk Jackson, were Assemblies of God ministers. Elizabeth came from a long line of German Mennonites before her conversion. His father, Charles, generally preached on Sunday mornings, and his mother on Sunday evenings. His father became a ministerial supervisor. I don't see any Native American.
Is Phil Jackson
heritage.
Native American? Phil Jackson. Oh my God, what's his layout? He's got a name. Hold on.
Who's got a name?
Listen to this. Phil Jackson. Here's what you need to know regarding the former play coach. Whether you've turned to the last dance, simply there's a familiar icon. It's Phil Jackson, former back coach. Opened up about his relationship with Michael Jordan in docuseries about his American spiritual beliefs. Native American. His strong Native American spiritual beliefs. Is Phil Native American? If not, where does his affinity for American philosophy stem from? What is he? He was born, hold on, Dodge, Montana, Deer Lodge, Montana. His father was a Pentecostal preacher. raised a Christian teenagers. Okay, after graduating from college, North Dakota, but wasn't inducted into Lakota spiritual practices. I know he's white. Didn't say he wasn't white at all.
He's all
Reservation
white.
teammate.
He's complete white.
Swift. Phil was moved into the Sayak Lakota's practices. He incorporated their values into his leadership, which eventually named Swift Eagle in an official Lakota ceremony. He had a ceremony? As his coach, he had been nicknamed the Zen Master.
So he's not Native
So
American.
it's a belief.
Right.
His ideal. All right.
So he's adopted some Native American
All right.
beliefs.
Well, he's got a fucking Indian name and everything. Apparently, he's got 2 of them. So, all right, my mistake. He believes in it. Whatever. The bottom line is he smokes a lot of dope.
He's an American Indian.
He smokes a lot of dope.
It wasn't a good GM.
I bet you smoked with. I bet you take Michael Jordan away. And he had. He got Shaq and Michael both at 28. Talk about a fucking
And
horseshoe.
Kobe.
And then Kobe. Yeah.
I sounded like Scooby Doo right
I'm
there.
saying after that, they
I was
named
like,
Kobe.
and Kobe.
Oh yeah, he had
And Kobe.
He had the 3 best
Scooby.
players in their prime.
Hey, Scoob.
Shaq and Jordan are the last 2 guys to win 3 straight Finals MVPs. Phil Jackson's the fucking coach. Fucking break. Then to your point, he goes to the Knicks. There's no Michael. There's no Shaq. There's not even a Kobe. And what did he do?
Did not do a good job. Poopy.
Phil. That was Phil in New York. In fact, they ran him out of town with pitchforks. They couldn't stand him. And the guy won 2 rings there as a player. Talk about falling out of favor.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like. What did he win in the 60s?
70s. He was on the 70 and 72 team with the great
A
backcourt.
long time ago.
I know, but still, he was a key member on that team. He was like the 6th or 7th guy. He was good. He wasn't a scrub. He was good. He played D. He played tenacious D. Okay, tenacious D.
Yeah, but if you come in and you suck as the GM, I mean.
And the head coach. He tried to do both.
Did he head coach?
Yeah. He tried to do both. He sucked at both.
I remember him like not being there.
Didn't they get Melo at the end of his prime?
He was like trying to live in LA.
He was dating the Lakers, the daughter.
Jeannie?
Yeah, Jeannie.
She's with a comedian now.
Who?
Jeannie Buss.
No, but what's the comedian? Do you know?
Damn it. What the hell is his name? I saw him. He's gained some weight. I didn't recognize him. Damn it. What's his name?
She's dating a comedian? A famous comedian? Dr. Pepper.
Fairly famous. There he is.
Who is it?
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore?
Jay Moore.
He wasn't just a comedian, he was an actor.
Yeah.
He was in Jerry Maguire. He was Bob Sugar. He fired Tom Cruise and got away with it.
I never watched all of that.
You never watched Jerry Maguire?
No.
Oh my fucking God, you'd love that.
I mean, I've seen Show Me
With
the
Cuba
Money.
Gooding Jr., he's the football boy. Oh my God, their relationship. Oh my God, he didn't age well.
When did that happen?
I don't know, but he don't look.
But I don't know if that's
Damn,
like.
he looked like an old man. He looked like Clark W. Griswold. Damn, he didn't age well at all.
But then I've seen other.
Not that he was like a 10 when he was fucking.
No.
I mean, he was probably like a 6.
I think he's just put on weight.
Dude, his face.
I think he's just put on weight.
He looks old. He looks like a high school principal. Doesn't he?
A high school principal.
He looks like a.
He looks like a fake.
Show
monster.
America,
Dude,
Blow it up and show America.
Dude,
he looks like a high
got
school.
a sweatsuit on.
I'm not talking about what he's wearing. I'm talking about from the neck up. Look at the glasses. He looks like a fucking pissed off high school principal.
I don't know about that.
Mr. Izzo, how many toddies is this week for you? Coming out of the bathroom again, Izzo. Huh? You're
Talking
a slacker,
in
Izzo.
class.
Talking to class, Mr. Izzo. Oh, look, Mr. Izzo always last out of the cafeteria.
Okay, so back to baseball.
There's that third bell again, Mr. Izzo.
Here's what's going to be interesting for the Mets. Okay.
What?
So they blew a game. You know, Scherzer blew a game for him.
More than one.
I'm talking about this week. You know, Scherzer blew the first
On
game.
average, he
against the
blows once a
Yankees.
week.
The second game, Verlander shows up. The Mets have to come back in the 9th and win it in the 10th.
He pitched better than Scherzer did, though. He gave up
Way better.
Yeah, he gave up 3 runs. I mean, Scherzer got fucking.
No, Verlander didn't give up anything. He gave up 1.
Oh, when he left, it was only 1. So
Yeah.
the bullpen gave up 2.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Yeah,
that's
on a
he
walk,
was-
a hit by
yeah,
pitch, an error, and a stone.
That's right.
steal home.
That's right. He wasn't on the.
I mean, the
mound.
bullpen.
I forgot. He was out of the game then. I
Verlander
forgot
pitched.
that. My bad.
I think Verlander pitched 7.
He was out before that inning happened. Though.
Yes.
He wasn't. He didn't even start that inning.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I don't. I did. That's what I didn't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was in the 8th
Yeah.
inning.
Okay. Yeah, I
was
forgot
in
when
the
that
eighth
happened. Yeah, you were in the bathroom taking a shit.
Yeah.
But see, I wasn't watching it. I was doing the game cast.
Right.
So I wasn't picking all that up. So I didn't know he was still out of the game. I was just seeing hit bats, whatever.
Oh
And
no,
I'm
no,
like,
that wasn't when I was shitting.
when was it?
That's when I was here.
It happened 3 to when you came down. It was 3-1.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
You said to me coming down the hill, the Mets are moving themselves again. They just gave. He goes, did you see what happened? They just
that's
gave
right.
up.
That's right.
That
You're right.
happened before
You're
you got it. I thought you were on the shitter. I said, I
you're
thought you
right.
missed it.
Yeah, you're right.
I was hoping. I didn't want him to see it. I felt bad. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
wasn't
tell
him.
Me,
That was-
tell me he's in the bathroom.
That
Didn't
was
see
2. That was 2 bullpen pitchers.
Yeah. Okay. So he was out. That's what I didn't. Pick
But
up.
so here's the thing. You come back tonight. You win it. You win a tough game. Now you have another off day tomorrow, and then you get the Cardinals for 3 in Citi Field. And if you have any plans of doing anything,
and
they
the
really
Cardinals
need to-
are reeling.
They are really.
They are reeling.
You have to beat the living shit out of the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
you need to put the people under the stairs back under the stairs.
And I mean, maybe that's unrealistic. Maybe I should say you need to take 2 out of 3.
it's in New York.
Yes. But I really feel like, damn, just don't let them breathe.
Are they injured?
Who?
The Cardinals. They banged up.
I have no clue what's wrong with the Cardinals.
I have never seen them.
So Yadier Molina and Chris Carpenter, or no, I'm sorry, Adam Wainwright. Both
Wainwright?
They both retired at the end
Wait,
of last
Thunderloof
year.
Wainwright?
No.
Now there's a name. Okay, sorry.
So Yadi and Adam Wainwright both retired last year.
Uh-huh.
They were mainstays in that organization since 2006 or before.
Okay.
So I don't know if that has really hurt them that much to lose. Like, those dudes are icons in that organization.
Okay.
Shit, Wainwright might still be pitching this year.
Thunderloof. Lunderfluth. Lunderfluth Wainwright.
I think him and Yachty retired last year.
Oh,
What the fuck does that mean?
Lunderfluth that was the customer at work. Lunderfluth was his name.
What, you think that pairs well with Wainwright?
No, that's why I put them together. Thunderloof
Well, anyway,
Wainwright.
I don't know if losing those 2 guys has really turned that organization upside down, but
Well, whatever is going on with them, you think you guys are struggling. They are on. This is like they are never this bad.
yeah, but the Mets are close to that.
I know. But the Mets have. They're saying the Mets have a ton of talent. I'm just wondering. They got to be banged up.
The
They
Cardinals.
got to be banged up. They got to be. Be
I
sure.
don't know.
I don't know either.
But I remember early in the year, I was talking about their manager because he called out a guy for apparently, running slow from second to home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember us talking about it, and I was like, how do you feel about just like calling somebody out like that in public as opposed to, so it seemed like shit was happening this year.
I would say. Did I ever answer that question?
I can't remember I think you said it depends on what that guy's like in practice.
If this has never happened before,
Right.
I think it's
Yeah.
behind. But if it's a constant thing, then I think you call him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that means you've given him time. You have not called him out yet, and it's still going on. Right. And nothing else you're trying is working, obviously. So now this, to me, it's a last resort.
Yeah. And so we don't really know.
I don't know if that's how they feel it. I'm saying me as a former coach, when I coached high school basketball and stuff, and I would talk to the media after a game, whatever, the local guy, beat writer would be there, and I would never throw somebody under the bus.
I was that local beat.
It would always be a we thing. We didn't do enough of this. We didn't do that. Enough of that. You can never pin it because they would ask you because to be honest, hey, was it Sean?
Where were you from?
This was up in Arlington, and when I was in
Connecticut?
No, Arlington, Mass.
Oh.
And then Dover, and then Cohasset, and Wayland, particularly.
So what was it? The Arlington
Spy Ponders.
No. What was the name of the paper?
Oh, the Arlington Gazette. Gazette.
The Gazette.
The
Bullshit.
Arlington Gazette. The Arlington Gazette.
The Arlington Gazette. So somebody come in and say, hey, Tommy Tom Thomerson from the Arlington Gazette. Tell me,
His name was actually.
what happened out there?
You want me to show you who this guy is? You think I'm making this shit up? I'll fucking show you who this guy is. He's a friend of mine now.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Let me see him.
Yes, hold on a second. I'm going to pull up my Facebook account. I'll tell you exactly who he is. I think he's still working for them.
Nolan Richardson, Arlington Gazette. Mr. Miliaccio, can you tell us what happened in the second quarter? When you just put your head down and started carrying this team on your back.
When I was in
me the
Dover,
guy.
and I wasn't even the head coach, we were in a tournament game, I was asked a question after a game we won about the difference, and it got in a local fucking paper.
Show me the guy.
Hold on. I got my Facebook account.
Got no local paper.
No.
You got to the Arlington Gazette. Everybody around the country was seeing my words grace the pages of the lovely Arlington Gazette.
Hold on.
I had calls coming in from, radio stations in Alabama and Washington State asking for my opinions on
Not really.
college hoops.
It wasn't that big. The local newspaper, that's it.
Then when the NCAA tournament came on that year, ESPN interviewed me. They wanted to know what my picks were. It was me, President Ronald Reagan.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you talking
It was
about?
me, President Ronald Reagan, and Bobby Knight all picking our brackets on the local news.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
I was talking about after this local story ran that quote of yours.
The only quote.
ESPN followed up and brought you on the show with Reagan and Bobby Knight, and kind of like.
Are
they
you
do with
telling me
Obama.
you aren't aware of your high school team being in the paper, being the next day after a game? You tell me that never fucking happened when you grew up?
No, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I know that happened.
Yeah. So you're saying, but it didn't happen with me?
No.
Is that what you're really fucking saying? It happened in your hometown. You had a
No,
little.
I'm breaking your balls. I told you, I was that guy.
You really were that guy?
I worked as a sports reporter for a newspaper in Petersburg.
And you would go over and talk to the high school?
Yes.
You're a fucking dick.
I'm breaking your
You're
balls.
fucking
God.
asshole. You're acting like I'm making the fucking thing up. Like, I'm not making this up. What I
was just breaking your balls for bringing it up.
What I was trying to say was, you don't throw a person under the bus if they've never done something wrong before like that.
No.
But if they're fucking up everything
Okay, let
and it
me
keeps
explain. I
happening,
wasn't trying to be a dick, and
you failed.
okay, so no, I was trying to be a dick, but not the way you thought. Okay, so
You can't have it.
I know I was breaking your balls
you being a
because you're
dick-
no. Look, I wasn't saying you're lying. I was breaking your balls because you're comparing you talking to the Arlington Gazette to this guy on ESPN.
You're saying so those kids won't get criticized if I say something bad
Look,
about them? If I threw a kid under the bus in high school, they wouldn't criticize that kid?
no, I'm just busting your balls because it's not the same level.
It's not about the same level. I'm saying that it happens at every level.
I know. I'm just breaking your balls.
All I'm saying is you asked me how I would handle that. And I would say when I was coaching, I would never throw someone under the bus like that.
Yeah.
Unless,
I know.
which is what my question to you was, is this something that he does all the
That he
time?
does all the time.
And you said no. Normally he's not.
Arlington Gazette.
Oh my fucking God. The fucking, what was the Wayland? What was the one in Wayland? What was that one called?
Nolan Richardson. Arlington Gazette. Coach me.
Cohasset? Cohasset was big. Because they were
Cohasset.
the Cohasset Skippers. They were on the water.
No. Name of the paper.
I don't remember what the Cohasset was. That was before. Like Arlington was my last job. That's why I remember.
The Cohasset.
I don't remember.
Carrier.
There was
Cohasset Carrier.
There was Dover Sherborne, there was Wayland, and there was Cohasset also, right? And Bellingham. Bellingham was the Patriot Ledger.
Patriot Ledger.
Yep, Patriot Ledger.
See, where I grew up, it was the Freelance Star, baby. Mm-hmm. The Freelance Star.
I like the Patriot Ledger.
I
It
remember
sounds
when
like
I'd get in there for hitting a home run.
it sounds like like Paul Revere on his horse throwing it at you.
Tommy Izzo of
the Patriot Ledger.
Tommy Izzo of the Rockies in the Parks and Rec League hits his third home run of the year. That's his 25th RBI.
This is better, ready? Ronald John Miliaccio here, editor of The Auspicious.
No, I was reading one of my articles.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
I was reading an
the more fucked up the name is, or bigger the name is, the better it is.
No, I was
The
reading.
Auspicious.
I was reading words from an article about me.
The Harvard Weekly.
I was on the Rockies. Damn it!
Tom Izzo here from the Wall Street Journal.
Tommy Izzo hit 578.
As stocks
4
plummet,
home runs.
Tommy's average goes up.
I remember being in the paper. It was cool. It was cool getting in the paper.
Oh my God. Local news is even better when you're on channel. That's even. Oh my God! The next day
We were never on TV for our shit.
never. Oh, well, you got to win, Tom.
No.
Helps you win.
Well, I mean, you got to play meaningful things. I mean, I played travel
Meaningful
baseball.
minutes, Andre. They don't
played-
show the JV garbage time.
No, I mean, look, I played travel baseball and travel basketball, but like,
All right.
yeah,
In high school? So you're no?
no, I played that when I was younger, in middle school, late elementary school, middle school. I played school basketball.
A hotbed for talent. By the way.
I played school basketball only in freshman and junior year.
So you didn't play sophomore.
I'm sorry, freshman and sophomore year.
I took a hiatus.
Yeah.
Decided to give it
I
one
sat
more
out.
time.
I sat out. I took a mental health.
Contract disputes.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, if you're not going to put me on varsity,
If I'm not getting a signing
ready to sit
bonus-
out. No, I'm playing varsity. I'm sitting out this season. Just kidding.
Have it your way, Tom.
I played my first 2 years, and then I wasn't committed.
Turn to drugs and alcohol. Never look back.
It's actually kind of true. Not really alcohol. Yeah.
I went surfing with Jeff Spicoli, and I was never the same. Never the same.
It was all downhill.
Well
from there.
done. Because you know that's what happened to Jeff Spicoli, right? Guys like Wooderson. No, actually, Wooderson was varsity. He got the varsity. He was a football hero. That didn't stop him from the peyote, I'll tell you. So anyway, that's our segment for tonight, because I don't know what else to fucking talk about. We'll tune in again on next Sunday, Monday. Will Saquon Barkley sign on the line? Are the Patriots going to let Hopkins leave the building? Will that at least a firm offer? We'll also keep you updated on the baseball debacle that is the New York Mets, and the Boston shit sucks. Until that time, boys and girls, the redoubtable one himself, the highly questionable one, you know the drill.
The what?
The drill. Stay loose. Right, Aaron?
He's pretty loose right now.